Hello friends, it's Tom Day, and today I'm going to bring you another PTR build, this time focusing on the Thorns Barbarian. We're going to jump right into a Greater Rift here. I did a Greater Rift 70, and we'll just try 71 with the build, see how it goes. So, first of all, I want to say the build that I posted last time about Frenzy in a cold with Reinhardt going, kind of more, a little faster, that kind of stuff, it's not particularly good. The damage increase from Simplicity Strength and even Depth Diggers being multiplicative, I don't know if it's not working or what, but it doesn't seem to be all that great. So this is a Thorns build. I'll go over the skills and the items and all that kind of stuff at the end of the video, and I'll put timestamps in the description below so you can jump to it right away if you want to. And so again, this is a Thorns build. And it's pretty great. If you enjoyed playing Thorns at all, if you had a chance to try it out on Satyr, it's a similar sort of idea where the actual damage of your weapons and stuff aren't that big, don't matter that much, and it's way more important to have like defensive stats and then a bunch of things that buff your Thorns. Because the buff to Iron Maiden? Nerves of Steel? I'm not sure. Well, the one thing that makes it so all of your so that your Thorns damage is double is incredibly good in this build. Let's gather up a bunch of guys. And oh, hello. I might die here once. We'll see. Especially because I already used Nerves of Steel. What's it called? Ignore pain buff. That's super important for this build. It helps a lot. Okay. I mean, you can still see his frenzy. Like I'm attacking fast and I'm attacking insanely fast, actually, which is my favorite part about frenzy. Is just I love when you attack fast. It just feels so good. I probably shouldn't bother stopping to kill these packs. It's, at least at this level of Greater Rift, it seems like it's a good idea to kill champions and elite packs and stuff. My guess is later on, just like every other Greater Rift pushing build, you would do more than just kill trash. And so it requires a little bit more efficient to find, to find a good Rift. Because if you don't have good mob density, then you can't like fix that by getting a bunch of champions or something. I don't like that place. Here we go, we'll just get this guy. Let's get him down. That hurt. I mean, look at this. Their single target DPS is ridiculous. I can't believe I just said that. I don't like that word. But yeah, so our main damage comes from hack, because that applies our Thorns on attack. So Frenzy is incredibly good for this build because we attack so fast that our Thorns is constantly being applied. And then Sanguinary Vambraces make it so that AoE damage happens. It'll be 1000% Thorns damage on around you. Does a ton more damage as well. That was kind of a bad area as well. It seems counterintuitive to have that heal from the guy because it sends everybody flying, but there's been a few times where that's really helped a lot, so I like having it. Hopefully this is not going to be a dead end. It feels like it might be though. It's really bad with this build because we don't have a lot of mobility. Yeah. Well, let's make the best of it and kill these things. You won't worry about the ones over there. And my guys annoyingly tanking for us. Alright, buddy. Yeah, here we go. Great, good stuff, good stuff. Let's move on. We're using charge mostly as a way to position yourself and give you a little bit extra mobility. You can run through things if you need to. That's incredibly important occasionally. Like, if you have a bad affix that's coming after you and you need to get away, it can help a lot. It can help you push big distances like this. Then we can group them up, kill them off. And we let's see. Yeah, we'll go with this guy. And all I need to go Panther. So cooldown reduction is a really big part of this build, along with Thorns damage. It's very similar to the Crusader Thorns build that everybody is using on the live server. I actually want to say someone created a very similar build to this on PTR 4 Barbarians on the live servers, but it wasn't able to be realized because it wasn't that great without the extra damage, along with the use of Sanguinary Vambraces.
Need more time.
This is kind of it's not a bad riff, but here we go. This will be nice. Shielding, of course. And yeah, pretty good. The PTR has been fun to mess around with new stuff. I haven't found any pets. I'm kind of sad. I found a bunch of transmog items and 4 of the 6 new wings, but no new pets. I was really hoping to find more of the pets. I enjoy that kind of stuff. There should be a champion. Something I can pack here. Here we go. Shielding again. That's a bummer. Alright, we got the physical damage buff up. Let's go to town. I'd be able to kill it. It's gone. So the damage just goes crazy. We're also using Bane of the Stricken, so all these attacks are making us do more damage the next time we attack, which is obviously great when we're attacking so fast. Oh, and look at that. I'll just kill these guys while I wait for the circles to show up. Oh, yeah. Physical damage. Oh, I should also mention that I don't have, I have no gem augments, so we're actually missing thousands of strength. That's thousands of strength on this build, so it could be so much stronger. I have none of the, I can't think of what they're called right now. The Chaldeans, something or other, the Chaldeans, the things that let you add extra like main stat to items by eating a legendary gem. I have none of those on any of my items, and that's, well, you know, they're 400 a pop usually, 300-400 a pop, depending on how high you can get your gems. I'm also missing an ancient item. I crafted like 30 plus, yeah, around 30 Hellfire Amulets and didn't get any ancient ones worth using. That's too bad. So this build could be much stronger. In fact, this is the #1 build on the leaderboards. I'll show you the leaderboards at the end. We'll go over actually a couple of the different leaderboards for a couple of their classes. Get this guy dead. These guys might not have been worth killing because they're in such a shitty space. Kind of like this is a, I mean, it's not bad, but I want this one dead right there. Let's see the power. There it is. It is nice. We're good. They're not worth much experience, so I don't have to. It's probably not worth killing them unless we have some like real money. Okay, let's attack over here. What? Let's go town.
You cannot stand before me.
Where'd he go? I want to make sure I'm attacking the elite while the physical buff is up. It's, like I was saying, it's just obviously a lot more damage. Oh, I lost him. Yeah, see, oh, I'm not even Paragon 800, and we're doing this like it's no big deal. That's another, I think that's really another important thing to mention. So we're missing thousands of strength, not only because of the gem buffing, but also because we're only Paragon 770, 769. Almost died there. Well, actually, I guess I technically did die. Alright, now we have a Rift boss coming up. What would we get? Toughness. So, you'll see as the cycle comes around, we're on lightning now. Physical is going to come next on the convention of the elements. And we're just going to light her up. Look at that. 50% gone almost. Probably one more time and she'll be dead. Ran out of charges. She might, oh, she's gonna be close to being dead before, but here's lightning and physical done. One cycle, boom. Just amazing. Let's see if we get lucky. Nice, and yeah, awesome. Cool. Alrighty, now let's go back to town and look over skills and stuff. Okay, let's go over the skills first. On my left click, I have Furious Charge, Merciless Assault. This is, again, just for getting around and kind of positioning yourself and giving you a little knockback if you need to. It can be very helpful. Frenzy Maniac, we're using this just for the damage increase. I know we're doing physical damage, but again, your actual right-click damage is irrelevant. It's mostly about Thorns, and so this gives us more damage. You have to use Ignore Pain, and then I'm using Ironhide. Actually, wait. Is this the best one to use? Yeah, I'm enjoying this one just because the duration is longer. The longer the duration's up, the more, defenses you have. It's quite important. We're using Threatening Shout Falter, and this is to give us, to have, more damage coming in for us. That's really, really nice. And it reduces damage as well. Using this to buff up we're using Warcry Impunity to buff up our resistances, and then, of course, Goku with Insanity. Then Tough as Nails. Oh, Tough as Nails, that's what it is. Gives armor and thorns, amazing. And more damage at near maximum fury. We have no way to spend fury, so this is just 25% damage bonus. I'm using this because I want to have Goku up as much as possible, and then Rampage for more damage. And then for the items, you want Leoric's Crown because you really do need cooldown reduction. You'll see we have around 50%. Yeah, so Leoric's Crown. And Strength, Vitality. You can have life percent here. Maybe you can get all resists, whatever you like. And I should probably reroll the secondary into Thorns damage. For the shoulders, any shoulders you want, that is Thorns damage, Strength, Vitality, then you could have life percent, you could have cooldown reduction, you could have all resists. My amulet, my gross amulet. You definitely want a Hellfire amulet, and the passive you could get Nerves of Steel. I've seen people use, instead of Nerves of Steel, I've seen people use, I think I saw someone using Brawler. You could try Brawler out. I don't know. You could try. There's a couple different ones that are out there, but you definitely need that 5th passive. It helps a lot. Mine's awful. Like I said, I crafted 30 of these and didn't get anything. But you want physical skills, cooldown, maybe even attack speed. You get strength, that kind of jazz, and obviously a socket. For the armor, you want the Akia Cuirass. Again, we're not using any resources, so it's just basically permanent 50% damage reduction. And this is okay. It has strength, all resist, and life percent. You'd probably be better off vitality. You absolutely need Thorns damage because it's almost 10,000 Thorns on the chest. I should mention the shoulders are almost 10,000 as well. You want Sanguinary Vambraces. These are kind of bad because they have crit percent. You don't need crit percent. You'd be better off with that being some sort of defensive skill, maybe life per hit or resists or something like that. For gloves, you want St. Andrew's Gauge. The shield that you get from the Elite, the first time an Elite damages, you gain Absorb Shield. That's incredibly helpful. Strength, Vitality. You may not need Vitality if you can get Vite somewhere else because then you could have cooldown, attack speed, and life per hit. You really, really want a Pride of Cassius. Ignore Pain is just really strong, and this makes it last much longer. Again, you probably want Thorns on this because it gives close to 9,000 Thorns damage. Mine has Cleave, whatever. You'd be better off if you didn't have that. We're using LoN, so Wailing Host. Good stats. You could have main stat, attack speed, life per hit, cooldown reduction, and probably area damage. I haven't messed around with that too much yet. And obviously a socket. And Litany of the Undaunted. Same stats, that sort of jazz. We're using Depth Diggers. These are not, you don't actually need these pants. You could use any pants you want. I just happen to have them that were ancient, so I just decided to keep them. Strength, Vitality, all resists, 2 sockets, probably Thorns. And boots. These are just the Ice Climber boots that I had from previously. They just happen to have Thorns damage and good defensive rolls. You could use illusory boots or something else. Oathkeeper. This makes you attack faster. That's the main reason we're using it, is for the attack speed. And again, you want cooldown reduction, attack speed, socket. And again, both sockets. What makes the Thorns build so great for Barbarians is that we get almost 80,000 Thorns damage from our weapons, and then that gets doubled with the Nerves of Steel. Or not Nerves of Steel, Tough as Nails passive. That's wild. And then, of course, hack. This hack is awful. Look at that, 78%. It can go up to 100%. That's a massive damage increase. This is almost one of the worst hacks you could get. So what you saw was nowhere near as strong as we could be. And then for gems, I'm using Boyarski's Chip for Thorns. That's a no-brainer. We're using Bane of the Stricken because we attack so fast, the damage just goes through the roof. And then I'm still using Bane of the Trapped. I don't know if that's the best choice, but it's like a constant 35% damage buff. It's kind of hard to say no. And then we're using diamonds and everything because I felt a little squishy. I wanted more resists. You could make strength. You could use strength as well. And again, you can see we only have 10,000 strength. If you had another 500 Paragon points and you had, all these augmented, you would have so much more strength. In Paragon, we have until you get 25% movement speed. Do that, then strength, attack speed. Actually, I might read. Oh, I should have redone this. You don't need crit chance or crit damage. Cooldown reduction and attack speed are way more important. Oh well, but so you would probably want these two maxed out first, and then whatever you want to do here is fine. Defensive, armor, life, all resists. Actually, all resists armor then life probably, but maybe life then armor. It depends. You can just play with it yourself. Then life regen. And this one, the only one that the life on hit's actually pretty useful, as is the area damage. The other two don't matter so much. Over in the cube, I have Bastion's Revered because Frenzy now stacks up to 10 times. That makes the damage buff a lot better. You should use it. Since we're using the Sanguinary Vambraces in our cube, we're using the Vambraces of Sescheron because we need the extra heal. Absolutely. And then Convention of the Elements just for the massive physical burst damage that we get. It's too good to pass up. And so yeah, that's the build. Let's go over the leader. I had some people requesting about leaderboards, so we'll kind of jump around here looking at different leaderboards. So this is the Barbarian leaderboards. You can see the top person is a Thorns build, Frenzy Thorns, and they're using similar kind of gear, that sort of stuff as I'm using. And they were able to clear able to clear an 87 in about 15 minutes. Not bad. Let's look at the 2-player builds. So it looks like the 2 players, lots of wizards and monks, not a lot of different there. This is interesting, though. There's a Crusader and a monk at the top. You'll notice the tiers are pretty low, though. I mean, they're not low, but it's only like 92. Let's see what kind of build this person is using, this Crusader. I'm curious. Okay, it's a Bombardment Crusader. So it's a support Crusader, or I mean, it's a support monk probably, or something like that with a Bombardment Crusader. Actually, I guess I shouldn't say it's a support, but I'm probably with the shield. Let's check out 3 players. So in the 3 players, we got Barb, Wizard, Witch Doctor, Monk. So it looks like Wizard, Witch Doctor are really good. Demon Hunters are up here. Again, these are low tiers. People haven't pushed these at all yet. So this will be, my guess is this is going to change drastically over the next couple of weeks. And the top players in the 4, we have a Witch Doctor, Monk, Barbarian, Wizard, Monk, Barbarian, Witch Doctor. Oh, hey, a Crusader in the top. Wow, that's interesting. But again, they're only 91s. Like these are these are super duper low. This is nothing. So the leaderboards are a little bit. I don't think they offer that much insight into what's going to be the meta in a week or two. But I'll keep you guys updated as time goes on. So guys, that's the basic gist of the Frenzy Crusader Barbarian for the PTR as of right now. Thorns is definitely the strongest. Thorns is definitely the strongest Frenzy build. There are some Earthquake builds up there, but we'll talk about those in another video. So again, this is a really good representation of Thorns, and it can be so much stronger, so much stronger. People are clearing 87s. I imagine you can go even way higher than that. So guys, one more thing. Let's see. Okay, so it took us about 11 minutes to clear it, and that was just kind of messing around, not paying too much attention to stuff, and I think we did a good job. And so, hope you have a good one. Talk to you later.